Hi guys, today I'm here to talk to you about my fourth book being Her Name is Mariah, one of my favorite books. It's kind of hard to beat, I have to be honest. I really enjoyed writing about Mariah. She actually was in my third book, Rockstar Vampires, and in fact the only reason why I made her a vampire at all was because she was in that book, so I kind of had to continue on with that storyline. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have. And I think it's a pretty small factor, actually, in this book. I kind of downplay it as much as I can. In the book, essentially, Mariah, her parents are divorced. Her mother is Russian. She came to Canada almost as if to look for an escape from her country. And she got here, she married Mariah's father, who was very insensitive to the fact that there was cultural differences, very insensitive to the fact that she struggled with English. He didn't really understand, and she was very frustrated and isolated, and she became sort of a bitter person, and they ended up splitting up. And after he left, she started drinking a lot and kind of being quite abusive to her kids. Anyway, so Mariah, this lady, as she's growing up, she ends up kind of looking after herself a lot. Her brother, who's older, ends up getting kicked out of the house because he's gay, and their mother, doesn't approve of that, so she kicks him out when she gets in kind of one of her rages. And the father's kind of just goes out of the picture altogether. And as Mariah grows up, she learns to be very strong and self-sufficient. She doesn't have anyone to rely on, so she gets really very, very tough, very tough. And when she's finished high school, she moves to Montreal because that's where her brother is. She learns that she knew he was gay. She didn't really understand when she was young that he's transgender. So he is in the process of changing. He wants to be a woman. And she kind of struggles with that. And is a little disappointed because the relationship isn't quite what she expects it to be when she moves in. And without getting into a lot of details, things kind of take a tragic note. And she ends up kind of cutting off everybody in Montreal, moving across the country to Vancouver, starting a new life, and kind of changing who she is. She's always tough, but probably tougher. Probably one of, or so it seems on the outside, one of the strongest women I've ever wrote about. She seems that way anyway. She's not somebody who lets anyone walk on her that way. She can be pretty brutal. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed writing about her, because I think we don't have a lot of those characters. We need a few more, at least women characters that are a little mean sometimes. It's kind of fun. It's fun to write about a mean character. But the story really ends on kind of a surprising note. And people have told me that it gives them goosebumps because it's not at all what they expect. Anyway, I'm giving too much away. If you want to find out, check the link underneath this video. You can read the first chapter on Amazon. Check it out, see what you think. It might be your book, may not be your book. Kind of book, I should say. Here it is again. One more look. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching my video. Bye-bye.